Everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I'm Palak Khandelwal. Today we are discussing the top MCQ which are related to the banking, economy and finance current affairs of 30th of April 2022. So this series is beneficial for all banking exam aspirants. Okay, so now question number 1. The Tamil Nadu government has stated that every year on which day Minorities Rights Day would be observed at the state level. So the correct answer of this question is option C, that is 18th of December. So the Tamil Nadu government has announced that December 18 every year will be observed as a Minorities Rights Day at the state level. So the state government promotes the upliftment and economic advancement of the minorities through effective implementation of scheme and welfare measures. Okay, so now next question. Which nation will organize the 21st World Congress of the Accountant in 2022? So the correct answer of this question is option C, that is India. So according to Institute of Chartered Accountant of India President Depassis Mitra, India is set to host the 21st World Congress of Accountants. So for the first time in 118 years of its existence, about 6,000 top accountants from 130 countries will be participate in the program physically. So the event will be held from November 18 to 21st after outbidding France. Okay, so now next question. Kerala government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with which nation for the Cosmos Malabaricus Project? So the correct answer of this question is option D, that is Netherlands. So the Kerala and Netherlands has signed a Memorandum of Understanding for the Cosmos Malabaricus Project. So this study will contribute to the better understanding of Kerala history in the 18th century. Okay, so now next question. Who has been appointed the next CEO of the Aditya Birla Capital? So the correct answer of this question is option A, that is Vishakha Mulye. So recently Vishakha Mulye has been appointed as the next Chief Executive Officer of the Aditya Birla Capital. So the company said its stock filing that the Board of Directors approved the appointment based on the recommendation of the Nomination, Remuneration and Compensation Committee. So she replaced Ajay Srinivasan, who is taking up other responsibility within the group as per the exchange filing. Okay, so now next question. NPC International Payment Ltd, the international branch of the National Payment Corporation of India, has announced the BHIM UPI is now available at NEOPAY terminals in which country? So the correct answer of this question is option D, that is in UAE. So the NPC International Payment Ltd, the international arm of the National Payment Corporation of India, has announced the BHIM UPI is now live at NEOPAY terminal across the UAE. So this initiative will empower millions of Indians who travel to UAE to safely and conveniently make payment with using BHIM UPI. Okay, so now next question. Which district has achieved 100% household participation in the ABPJAY SEHAT Program? So the correct answer of this question is option B, that is in Sambha. So in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the Sambha district of the Jammu division has become the first district in India to cover 100% of household under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Yojana. Okay, so now question number 7. Which university recently created a Slavery Reparation Fund? So the correct answer of this question is option A, that is Harvard University. So recently the America-based Harvard University has pledged 100 million in USD as a Slavery Reparation Fund. So in order to rectify the historical injustice inflicted upon the slaves, particularly the black men who were forced to serve the interests of the rich during the 17th and 18th century. So the Harvard University has come up with the 100 million USD in fund. So the fund is targeted towards the awarding scholarship to such students whose parents have served as slaves. Okay, so now question number 8. According to the BCG-RAI analysis, which industry will surpass the USD 2 trillion in USD their sold by 2032? So the correct answer of this question is option D, that is retail. So as per the report released by the BCG-RAI, the retail industry will touch the 2 trillion in USD mark by year 2032. So as per the BCG-RAI report titled Racing Towards the Next Wave of the Retail in India, the retail industry would see a 10% plus growth year on year to reach the 2 trillion USD mark by 2032. So the report also highlights that e-commerce would rise to 30 billion USD by 2026 against 45 billion. So the e-commerce has gained greater pace during the pandemic as home delivery of the product became the first preference. Okay, so now next question. What is the base year for the computing GST compensation under the 2017 Act? So the correct answer of this question is option C, that is 2015 to 2016. So the government of India has released the compensation fund under the GST Compensation Act 2017. So as the GST is a designation based tax, therefore the original state is bound to suffer at the initial stage. So therefore the central government came up with the act called GST Compensation Act 2017. So the compensation, however, would remain valid only for 5 years. So in order to compensate the state, the central government imposed various sales on the product that are generally signed goods. So the base year for the calculation is 2015 to 16. Okay, so now next question. Which Indian airline has recently proposed a merger with Air India? So the correct answer of this question is option A, that is Air Asia India. So the Air India has sought a CCI nod to merge with Air Asia India. So basically the Air India bought by Tata Son has sought a CCI nod to merge with Air Asia India. So the Tata Son own an 83.67 share of the Air Asia India. If the merger gets a yes, the combined domestic passenger share would be reached up to 15.7%. Tata Sons seek this merger with an intent to compete with the domestic flyers like Indigo. So basically the domestic flying has gained momentum after the launch of Ure Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, which has fixed an upper cap on the fare of the domestic as well as international flight to make it cheaper for the consumer to fly. Okay.